I always like to begin with marketing because it is actually the beginning of any journey of strategy. If you think about the components here, marketing, that's generation of ideas and concepts and bringing that into precision, bring the customer in, sales, converting that customer into customers themselves, operations delivering brilliantly, cash, counting the beans towards the end and making sure that everything in the previous three works, talent runs the show. It's a very clear process. It always begins with marketing. But here's what's interesting. I always talk about the incompetence trap for CEOs and founders. If you look across the spectrum, all founders will be weak in at least one or two. It's psychologically impossible to be a master across the whole spectrum. Okay, so the first question is when we're going through these five, I want you to look really hard and decide where your incompetence is. It's your incompetence that's going to block you, and it's in your incompetence which is going to stall scale. So marketing is usually it. You know, E-Myth proposed 20, 30 years ago now that the majority of business owners were operationally biased, technician-led businesses. So you have to be good at delivering what you do. If you're a barber, you need to be able to cut hair. If you're a restaurant, you're simply the chef, right? So it's like this very much operationally led business is what drives the first level of incompetence. So marketing, let's delve into that first core piece of this spectrum. How strong are you at marketing really? What is marketing strategy to you? What is the plan? And do we have this really, really covered? This is not about shouting louder. This is about being sharper. This is about being precise in our message. This is about knowing your customer avatar so well that they feel like you're talking to just them. You know that when this has happened to you, you've been sitting there on Facebook in the evening, and the next minute you bought something because that ad served up to you, knew you so well, knew the desires you didn't even know you had 2 minutes previously, and then the next minute your credit card's out. That's marketing. Now it can be used, and the persuasion techniques behind marketing can be used for good or bad. I'm presuming you're going to use it for good. So let's do that, shall we? We have to master marketing. We have to master the power of persuasion if indeed your product's brilliant and you want to serve the world with it, right? So the second thing around marketing, one, people are incompetent at it. Two, most people outsource it. That's a danger right there. Now you've just abdicated one of your core pillars without understanding it properly. And three, marketing measurements. There is so much data in marketing now. Marketing used to be the department of coloring in, and now it's the department of mathematics. The problem is the maths rarely add up. So we're seeing a lot of noise in marketing, and especially a lot of noise coming out of marketing agencies. And it's like it's looking at like likes and tweets and this and that. And I'm like, I don't care. What is marketing ROI? Are we getting a proper return on investment in our marketing spend? And we've got to look further down the channel. Are we actually converting this? And what is our marketing qualified leads? What is the ability for the marketing engine to give us qualified leads? If we can't answer those questions at fundamental levels, we've got a problem from the beginning. Now, a lot of people go, well, we don't do marketing, Derek. Well, if that's the answer, then you really got to think, because you are, it's just a question of how you do it. Of course, marketing is dressed up in different ways, whether it's B2B, B2C, channel, etc. But marketing's always there. And the question is how precise are you within that function? Because everything begins there. So if we can get that bit right, that's also where scale begins. That's why a lot of businesses can get to 1 million, 2 million, because actually they did that through a bit of hustle and grind, and they did that through word of mouth and the network they currently had. And suddenly that dries up. To get from 1 million to 10 million, you need to have a predictable machine. You need to have really precise marketing that consistently delivers marketing qualified leads. That's a completely different beast. And for a lot of founders, that is where the first incompetence is uncovered. So if we can master marketing, the next piece is now sales.